What's up, YouTube? It is Antonius. I made it back safe and sound from my trip. I visited Chichen Itza in Cancun, well, in Mexico, but close to Cancun, relatively close to Cancun. Then I went to Flores, Guatemala to visit Tikal, and I ended the trip. I went to Lima for 3 days in Peru, and then I went to Cusco for 3 days as well, and then I flew home. As with every trip abroad, there are millions of stories. I don't think I will start with the stories yet. In fact, I'm trying to keep this video a little bit shorter. I just wanted to kind of give everybody a heads up on my intention here. Initially, I was going to post videos kind of sporadically as I was traveling. The cracked personal computer screen threw a monkey wrench into that plan. So I think what I'm gonna do, I don't know how YouTube feels about this. They might like just block those videos off as content that's already been uploaded. But I'm gonna remove the videos that I've already uploaded related to this trip. That way I can edit them a little bit more. I still haven't fixed my computer, but I have found kind of a workaround where I can connect the hard drive from my laptop to an external screen, and I can still kind of work. So basically, that's the goal there. I will, put some effort into editing those videos together. Some of them are great. I really, I think they're pretty good. Great is obviously subjective. It's up to the viewer ultimately whether or not they enjoy it. But I do think some of them are good. It was the first trip that I've ever taken where I took time to actually kind of talk to the camera, talk to the audience, beyond just showing clips of what I'm seeing. So we'll see kind of what the determination is on the viewer side. Anyway, it was incredible. There were definitely some amateur hour mistakes made. But I made it home safe and sound with my passport and my wallet, which are the two most important things about traveling. I can replace all the gear if something bad happens, but passport and wallet are important. And there was an interesting situation in Vietnam where I thought I lost my passport, and that was going to be a disaster. So yeah, every time I make it home after a trip with my wallet and my passport, it's like, okay, I won. And this trip was phenomenal. I'm so grateful to have been able to experience a different part of the world. Tikal is like nothing else I've ever seen. It's huge. The buildings are in fantastic shape. There's temples. There's a multitude of different buildings that are in the condition where you could move in today if you wanted to, with very slight repairs. So it's not just temples, kind of like Chichen Itza has a main little complex. Tikal is just a city, a huge city, where the first day I spent 2 hours, the next day I spent 8 hours, and I could have spent more hours exploring. And because it is just in the middle of the jungle, I have a very strong feeling that there are buildings surrounding like the excavated zone, for lack of a better terminology, that are just not yet open to tourists. So I have a feeling that there will be more development there, and it was just at a loss for words. To me, it was the highlight. Other things happened. I have stories to tell, as always. Some of them I think will be funny and entertaining, and so I'll get those posted. But essentially, yeah, I'm going to take down the videos I've already posted related to this trip. I'm going to spend some more time kind of getting everything in order, making sure that the different countries I visited are chronological, that the uploads make sense, kind of the flow makes sense. Spend a bit of time, telling stories with background videos, and maybe, trying to find an editor or something that can help me. I don't have much creativity in my body, but I'm, again, learning to practice. It's always about practicing. So, yeah, I do this every time, 4.5 minutes, 5 minutes. People are going to click out after a minute, but that's okay. So, yeah, that's the intention. I do plan on taking those videos down. I will upload older travel content, so hopefully people can kind of still have something to sink their teeth into. stay engaged, see cool areas of the world that they might not be able to travel to or want to travel to, and this is kind of the inspiration. And then, yeah, more time will be spent on really making this a more professional looking kind of adventure or vlog, or I don't know what the correct way to put it is. But I do want it to flow better so that there's, chronology. It goes from Mexico to Guatemala to Peru, and yeah, so that's the game plan right now. Take down the videos that have been uploaded already related to the trip, put more time into kind of polishing them, and then re-uploading them slowly, but in an order that makes sense. And in the meantime, utilizing older content that people were enjoying already to kind of fill in the gaps so that people don't get super bored and forget. And thank you everybody for there's a solid chunk of people that have been tuning in, which is just remarkable to me. It's exciting, it's fun, it shows that the progress is there. I just kind of have to keep my foot on the gas. And for now, I'm going to go ahead and check out. I believe that covers most of the important parts. I will just a quick mention. I went to the dentist today, which was like on my to-do list forever. I'm so happy that I got it out of the way. And after that was taken care of, I started making the phone calls that are always necessary after a trip related to things that you got just scammed on. So there were 3 things in general. One was being ridiculously overcharged for one of the cars I rented. One was, and I'll go much more in depth into this, but a tour guide for Machu Picchu canceling 8 hours before the tour was supposed to start. And then the third one was the travel agency I booked through. They're kind of like, they're as cheap as can be, but that also means their customer service is dreadful. And they basically sold me an airplane ticket that I couldn't take. There was just no way to get from the airport A to airport B and then get on airplane B to get to airport C in a timely enough manner. And they're trying to tell me that that's my fault for not going fast enough, but the reality of the situation is they just booked the tickets in a way that it was literally impossible for me to get on the plane I needed. So they ended up giving me options for different flights to get to my end destination, and of course those options cost extra money. So I'm working with somebody on their team to be like, look, this is ridiculous. This is on y'all. You sold a package of tickets that was unrealistic, and part of that upsell that you gave me we need to have more conversation about that. So anyway, that's where we're at. Up to 8 minutes, beautiful, love it. I love just rambling on and losing the interest of the audience 2 minutes in. So anyway, I love you all. Thank you so much for checking in. I will continue practicing around the area I live in. I have a couple videos from the tail end of Hurricane Hillary, which was kind of interesting. Kind of turned into a nothing burger. We've had more intense winter storms, but there is some cool footage there that I'll upload. And then, as always, yeah, I need advice. I need help. I need people to tell me like, hey, you're doing this pretty well, but like you suck at this. Work on this. I know the creativity needs to be upped. The cut screens and adding text to videos and specifically working on thumbnails, because I've heard that's like the magic ticket. All of those things, I'm looking at. I have professional video editing stuff. The list goes on and on. It's a work in progress, I promise. But comments and advice and send me emails, whatever. It's all very much appreciated. I can't stress that enough. So thank you all. Honestly, thank you. And I will check back again soon, and I will try to make another quick video that's like a minute, maybe a minute 30, so that we can just like bust that one out super quick. Anyway, I will talk to you all again soon. If you like the video, subscribe, turn notifications on. Again, I'll be taking down a few videos, but they will be re-released in the near future. And talk to y'all again soon. All right.